Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to be making another one of my foster mom's recipe. She was a great woman, by the way, and she passed away years ago. And most of these recipes I've been doing are hers that got passed down to me. So what you want to do is you want to get your cupcake pan, grease it up. And then you want to get your biscuits, your canned biscuits, and you want to put them just like this. Make a little hole, in the middle. So this is a hamburger on a biscuit. Real simple, real easy. Your family will love it. So you want to brown up your hamburger, which I've already done. It's just 2 pounds of hamburger. And then you want to do 1 cup of ketchup. And this is for the sauce that goes in the hamburger. We're kind of making a, like a barbecue sauce, I guess you want to say. Real simple, real easy. Of course, I'm running out of ketchup. Ketchup in this household is like liquid gold. There we go. So, 1 cup of ketchup. Doesn't matter what brand, just okay, and then we're going to do 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. And remember, if you put your brown sugar inside a plastic bag, it'll keep it from going hard. This method works a lot better than the old method of putting bread in your, to keep it moist. Back in the back in time, they used to put bread in there to keep it moist, but I can guarantee you that the Ziploc bag would work a lot better. So 6 tablespoons. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Let me back up. Didn't mean to be on your personal space there. 4. 5, and 6. Put it back in the bag real quick. I think you just put it in that. I promise you, it'll stay fresher this way. I've never once had my brown sugar go hard, putting it in a Ziploc bag. Alright, now we're going to hit it with 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Doesn't matter what type of vinegar. In our house, we use a lot of rice vinegar because it's, I don't know, I like the taste of rice vinegar. And then we're going to come back and we're going to hit it with some chili powder. And you want 1 teaspoon . go ahead and give that a good mix. And say that you don't have any barbecue sauce in your house. You could actually take the sauce recipe from this recipe, because it's pretty much barbecue sauce, what you're making here. Alright, and you know we can't stop there. We gotta add a little more seasonings. We like things well seasoned in this house. You don't have to add more seasonings. If you just want to stick with the normal recipe, you're more than welcome to. Or if you want to add different seasonings. So I went in with some garlic. And then just a little bit of the bouillon. Now the reason I don't add salt to my recipes is one, my husband and I have high cholesterol, so salt isn't good for us. And number two, this is actually pretty salty, so this will make up for your salt. Of course, I have to hit it with the Worcestershire sauce. Some liquid smoke. If you've never tried it, you should. It is very good. Kind of gives that smoky flavoring. My adoptive mom is the one that turned me on to the liquid smoke, and I swear I've never gone back. I keep that on hand. It is very good. Give it a little taste. It's pretty good. And this is what your sauce should look like. I don't know if you can see it. So pretty much I made barbecue sauce, pretty much. Now we're going to come back and we're going to, here's our hamburger, here's our sauce, you want to preheat your oven to 350 and you want to bake it for anywhere from 13 to 17 minutes. So basically you want to bake it until your biscuits are done. Alright. Get me a good mixing spoon here. Uh-oh, we're going blurry. Sorry about that. I don't know why my phone's going blurry. Alright, so give it a good mix. Normally I add like, you know, green peppers and onions, or mushrooms, or, you know, whatever vegetable you want to add with it, but unfortunately, we don't have any. And there she is. Like I said, sorry about the camera. It's acting weird right now. I will fix it here soon. All right, so you want to see how I made how they got a center in them. So we're going to put our meat inside the center of them. And these are just the canned biscuits. You just right. And I'm going to add some cheese. And the reason I didn't add cheese to that one is because that one is for my fur babies. I've got plenty of fur babies running around here. I've got 5 pet rats. Of course, they're in their cage right now. And then I've got a service dog. And if you make a little bit of mess, that's all right. If you ain't creating messes, then you ain't cooking it right. That's what I say. And this makes, I double the batch. So if you don't want to double the batch, then you can just do a single recipe if you want. So this is kind of like, I guess, a sloppy Joe mix? Something similar to a sloppy Joe. All right. So it should look like that. And that looks so good. And then the remaining mixture, so what I'm going to do with the remaining mixture is I'm going to put it in a bowl, put it in the fridge, because my family will eat it like sloppy joes. They will put it on bread or crackers or whatever to eat. So, and then I had 4 extra, and I've been setting them on the, these are biscuits, the extra biscuits. They've been sitting on the preheated oven to kind of rise them a little bit. We're going to cook these. I put cinnamon on them. My husband has always requested that I make the extra biscuits for him. Put that in there. And I have a few things I would like to show you. All right. Get this out of the way. These are kind of a must-have in your kitchen. My husband bought this for me years ago. It's old, but you know what? It is very useful. So on the top, so say you have something that you want to, let's say the sausage, the summer sausage. You want to make little slices. You put this part inside the sausage or cheese or whatever you want to, and you go like this and it slices it for you. Or flip it over and it's got a grater. So you could grate it, and then down here it'll fall in between here. And so when you're done grating it, you just take it out. Or if you want to grate it over a bowl, just be careful because this is sharp. Pretty cool little tool to have in the kitchen. And then I have something else to show you. It's always good to keep a cheesecloth in your kitchen. And so not only can you like drain like cheese if you're making cheese, or you know, drain something that you need to drain by putting it in it and kind of squeezing it until it's gone, but it's also good. So say that you have, this is a pepper that I haven't used yet. I'm going to use this as an example. So say you have pepper and you don't want the actual pepper in your food, but you want, so say you're making a soup or something, and say that you want the flavoring of the pepper, but you don't want the pepper in your food, you could just put it in your cheesecloth. Let me open it up here. So you can put it in your cheesecloth, right? Tie a knot and put it in your soup. And then when your soup is done, you could just take the cheesecloth out and throw it away, and you'll just get the flavoring of whatever. So there's people that will want flavoring like carrots and celery, and so, but they don't want that in their soup, but they just want the flavoring. They use cheesecloth and then just tie it up and throw it in there, and when it's done, you just take the cheesecloth out, toss it, and there you go. And then if you don't have cheesecloth, and say that you are, because you know us women, we kind of have everything. Say you don't have cheesecloth, but you have an unopened package of pantyhose, not used. Don't use used ones. That's not good. But you take an unopened package of pantyhose, and you could use pantyhose if you can't find cheesecloth, because I know it is kind of hard to find. You could also use pantyhose that aren't used. You know, go to the store, buy them for $1 or $2, and you know, you can get a couple of uses out of it. You know, because it's got a lot of course, you don't want to double use them, but because of how big pantyhose are, there's quite a enough to do a couple. So, and there's my sous chef. I don't know if he's here. All right, well, we'll be back. And welcome back. All right, so we're finishing up our hamburger and a biscuit. Let me grab them for you. I'm cooking some seasoned cabbage and some scalloped potatoes to go with it. Doesn't it look so good? And if you want to add more cheese to the top, you can. There's cheese in mine already, but. And then, that's the way it should look on the bottom. And they are definitely done. Nice and golden brown on the bottom. All right. These are super good, by the way. of course, I'm just fixing, you know, seasoned cabbage for one of the sides, and scalloped potatoes going over here. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you all have a good day. I know I will. All right, bye.